Hello friends, I am Pradeep Gupta and welcome to my YouTube channel prajunclasses. It is no secret that writing task is considered to be the most difficult module and students normally tend to score less in this. So what can be done to overcome this problem? In my opinion, we'll have to go back to the scoring parameters and learn some do's and don'ts related to them. So in IELTS writing task, there are four main parameters which have equal weightage. So today I am going to discuss all the parameters and tell you about the do's and don'ts of each. First of all, let's take task response. In task response, it is very essential to mark all the keywords and address all the keywords in the question. And secondly, you do not have to be a genius or person with very good general knowledge to do well in the task response parameter. Simple ideas related to the main question are sufficient for you to get a good score in task response. And I shall demonstrate that in today's essay. So regarding the second parameter, cohesion and coherence, for a better cohesion, it is important that the sentences should be linked with each other and any sentence should follow from the earlier sentence. And better coherence means that the essay should have a symmetry. Paras should follow the thesis statement and the conclusion should be in line with the introduction. So to build a cohesive paragraph, in my opinion, the following structure should be used to write any paragraph. So let us see, the first sentence has to be the topic sentence, and normally I club the topic sentence with the main point. So the linkers that we can use for this are firstly and secondly. If you are taking one stand, if you are taking two stands, then you can use on the one hand, on the other hand. So for explanation 1, which follows the main idea, the following linkers can be used. This means that, in other words, this is due to. So all this is going to help you in your cohesion task. For explanation 2, you can write to clarify, to explain, if or and as a result. So you have to use to for any essay. Now for example, I'll go with the traditional ones. For example, for instance. And then we have the closing sentence of each paragraph. For these we can use therefore and thus. Now coming to the third parameter, lexical resources. So you get a chance right in the beginning of the essay, in your paraphrasing, to show the examiner the range of synonyms that you have. So don't miss this chance. And also I have seen that students tend to write hi-fi vocabulary in which they sometimes make mistakes regarding spelling and also incorrect grammar. So I think it is better to use topic related vocabulary. For instance, if you have environment is a topic, so topic related vocabulary are going to be pollution, deforestation. This is likely to give you more score, and if you use hi-fi vocabulary and make mistakes, it's going to bring down your score. So I have also seen that some students, they write very loose synonyms of the keywords, which tend to get them a low score. For instance, for people, some students write citizens, locals, masses and natives, which are not exact synonyms. In fact, what should be used is individuals, members of the public. Similarly for children, wrong synonyms sometimes used are kids, offsprings, teens, while the better vocabulary words are a child, juveniles and minors. So use of such loose and informal vocabulary is likely to push your score down in this parameter. So friends, today I am going to share with you one very important trick to improve your scoring vocabulary. I have seen in every question type, you are either asked to write in favor of a question or against. So in favor we have agree essay, advantages essay and solutions. And against we have disagree, disadvantages and causes. So some common vocabulary can be used to express this and score high in your vocabulary task. So in favor, if we have to write, we can use Vocabulary such as beneficial, paramount, indispensable, rewarding, essential, provides cutting edge, vital, crucial. For writing against or something negative, we can write detrimental, damaging, deleterious, inimical, drawback, and adverse. So, friends, I think you can easily write 4 to 6 of such common vocabulary in any essay, which will boost your score. So, the last criteria for marking is grammatical range and accuracy. Grammatical accuracy means that you don't make any mistakes in grammar. For instance, related to tenses, subject verb agreement, pronouns, and many more. One error which is very annoying to me is when children write women's and children's. There is no need to write s at the end of these words because they are already plural. So, grammatical range is a very vital section of this criteria and means that apart from writing simple sentences, you should also write complex sentences, passive sentences, and compound sentences. So, in the band descriptors for writing task 2, it is clearly specified that if a student commits a few grammar mistakes but has written no complex structure, so the student is likely to get only 4 in this criteria. So this will bring down the score immensely. So passive sentence I highlight right in the beginning of the essay. Regarding compound sentences, there are many structures, but and is sort of a potato you can write in many sentences. I would like you to write one compound conjunction which is not only but also. In this, if you have to highlight two similar things about any place, person, you can use this. Regarding use of complex sentences, we have to use the following subordinate conjunctions like if, although, so that, because, who, which, when, and where. So, friends, I have posted an earlier video on vocabulary in complex sentences, which will be very helpful for you to understand this section. So, for your benefit, I am going to post this in the description box of this video. Now, let us proceed to the essay. So, as you can see, the keywords in these essays are qualities and skills, become successful, today's world, cannot be learned at a university or any other academic institution. So, it is helpful if you underline the keywords for a better understanding. The essay also states that you have to give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. My suggestion is that you should give examples from your own knowledge and not experience because in the latter case you tend to become informal. So although in this essay we can largely and or partially disagree, but I believe it is better to take a one-sided stand in agree-disagree essay. Why is this? Because I find that students usually fail to justify a two-balanced side and therefore they score less in task response as well as coherence. As it is, only two main points are required for a one-sided approach. I have chosen to disagree in this essay and jotted down the following main points. First, a university provides in-depth knowledge about a subject which helps in career development. Second, academic qualification is a must in some professions like doctors and lawyers. Let us start with the introduction. So, I am not in favor of writing a general statement because I have observed that students make a mistake to connect the general statement with the paraphrase statement and therefore they lose marks in the coherence parameter. So, it is best to start with paraphrasing. So, as you will see, I have started the essay with a passive sentence. It is being argued. Now, for a better understanding, I have marked vocabulary in green color, the complex structures in yellow, and the linkers in blue. So now, as I mentioned earlier, I prefer to start the introduction itself with a passive sentence. And in this case, I have written, it is being argued by some. So after this, we have to replace the keywords in the question with synonyms, which is very, very important. So qualities and skills has been substituted by caliber and talent. A person, an individual, requires, we have written needs, To become successful, we have written attain success. Today's world, we have written the modern era. Cannot be learned, not likely to be achieved. And a university to a higher center of learning. You do not have to paraphrase all the keywords, but try to paraphrase as many as possible. Even if you can paraphrase half of the keywords, it should be sufficient to get you a good score. Now for the thesis statement. As I have chosen to disagree, I have simply written down the two main points. So friends, let us start by writing the first paragraph. And before doing so, please have a look at the rough points jotted down for explanation. So we had the main point as in-depth knowledge. So in-depth knowledge means that without this, it's going to be difficult to succeed. And because of that, you could be stuck up in low-level jobs, and that could affect your career. And finally, for an example, we can use companies prefer candidates with academic qualifications. So this is what you should do before writing the essay. So now let us start writing the first paragraph. So the topic sentence is, firstly, a university or any other academic institution imparts in-depth knowledge about different subjects. So in this I have marked firstly blue because it is a linker, and I have basically repeated the main idea one. Now let's write the first explanation. This learning is of paramount importance in building a successful career. So this learning is a linker, and paramount is that common vocabulary word for showing something positive. Second explanation is, if a student does not have this training, he is likely to stuck up in low level jobs, which will affect his career adversely. So in this I have used if as a linker, even though it can be taken as a complex conjunction also, which is a complex conjunction, and adversely is the common synonym. Now let's write an example. So for example, a recent survey conducted by the Times of India received an overwhelming response that qualification from a university is the prime criteria for selection in companies. So friends, here basically we have paraphrased the main point. So basically you have to take the use of Times of India to just state what is the main point. And therefore, it is quite apparent that university learning provides a cutting edge for success in any area. So cutting edge is again a common vocabulary. So friends, as you have seen, the main point has been written in 3 sentences in this paragraph. In the topic sentence, it is written in the example, then it is written in the concluding sentence. But all you have to do is paraphrase it differently. So in the second paragraph, apart from using the second point, main point, which is academic degree is essential in some professions, I have noted that we cannot practice without these qualifications, and these qualifications give you training and practical experience in the medical college. So let us begin with the second paragraph. Secondly, an academic degree is compulsory in some professions like medicine and law. So here I have used secondly as the linker and academic degree and professions as my topic vocabulary. So this is because the educational institutes provide not only theory lessons but also rigorous training and practical experience. So I have explained that why this is necessary, because the student gets not only theoretical lessons but also practical experience. If people are allowed to practice medicine or law without proper qualifications, it could be detrimental to sick people who will have to suffer immensely. So friends, you must have noticed that I have used if for the second explanation in both the paragraphs. So it's a nice way to give an explanation that if this does not happen, so this result is likely to happen. So then let us move to the example. For instance, the World Health Organization has made medical degree a prerequisite for practicing medicine. So prerequisite means It has to be there before you can start practicing. It is compulsory. So now we can write a concluding sentence. Thus, it has become apparent that doctors and lawyers cannot succeed in their profession before obtaining the relevant qualification. So, friends, you must have seen that the examples that I have used are maybe made up. I call them fast food examples, that you don't have to think much and you can easily build an example on any topic. So finally, with the conclusion, we have to restate what we had written in our thesis statement. In conclusion, learning at universities is vital for accomplishing success in the contemporary world. Contemporary world is a substitute for the modern world because qualifications received from them are necessary to build a strong career. So this is the first main point, and also a university degree is indispensable to practice some professions like medicine and law. So if you compare this with what I have written in the introduction, you'll find that basically it is the same. The only thing is that I have rephrased, I have paraphrased the sentences. So I have tried to provide you with an in-depth explanation about the use of all the 4 parameters to improve your score in writing task. I think my effort will only be rewarded if you can improve your score by understanding this video. Now let us see the entire essay. So writing agree-disagree essay has been made very easy because you will see that I have just used 2 main points and with 2 explanations and those fast food examples, I have been able to write this essay. Friends, if you have found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to it. By doing this, you will be helping my channel to grow. Also press the bell icon to receive notifications of my further videos.